Welcome back to Kansas City. Today, we're going to talk about something that a lot of brokers who've been in the business for a while understand, and it's frankly a little new. It's not the traditional way that self-funded, level-funded plans have been administered or frankly surplused in the past. This is a new mechanism that a lot of Wall Street carriers are using, and that is surplus forfeiture. Or, now they church it up. They put really creative names on it like delayed administrative expense, or a fancy way of saying, I'm going to take that money expense. This is a portion of the money that the TPA or carrier is taking and retaining for themselves when your plan or your company runs well. That's really what it is. And this is buku bucks. This is millions and millions of dollars across the industry. In fact, I'd be surprised if it's not billions of dollars that are being transferred through this mechanism from Main Street operators. This is part of the reason why it's so expensive for Main Street businesses to have health coverage to the big Wall Street players. It's surplus forfeiture. Now, what does that mean? Well, this is a very fancy way of saying if your group runs well, we're going to let you run okay because we're going to take part of that money as the carrier, as the administrator. And this is big, big money, and it happens after the fact. So if you're a small business owner watching this, realize I make these for brokers, but you can definitely learn from this situation. Here is the broad strokes of it. Inside of your plan, you're going to have two big cost categories. You're going to have fixed and you're going to have claims. That's about it. Let's say you got 50K in fixed and 50K in claims. Broad strokes math. Now, historically, what happened if your group runs low and let's say actual claims were 30K. Historically, what would happen with all the old school, decent providers, the innovators in this space, you would get 20K back. Great. That means you've got $20,000 for your client. That is their money. It's your referral engine. It's a reason for those brokers or you as the broker to go in and talk to your business owner and say, we got big money here. How can I help your brother, sister, cousin? But what has happened in our space is big carriers have come in and said, really, we're giving 20 grand to the client? That's ridiculous. Let's take it. Now, I've seen groups take different amounts, but in general, there are 65%, roughly, 50%, and up to 90% forfeiture. Now, what does that mean to your clients if you're the broker? Well, it means a couple of things. Number one, if they're taking 90%, instead of you going in and giving your business owner, hey, here's 20 grand against your next year's expenses. We've got 20 grand towards your benefits. This is a really cool way to offset the rate increases of trend. We're now fighting for the future. We've built a tree that will grow and bear fruit. Beautiful. If it's at 90%, you're not going with 20 grand or a used pickup truck. You're going with two or two tickets to, I don't know, fly from Chicago to Miami. Yeah, it's a little bit of money. It's something to talk about. But nobody gets out of bed and gets super excited about that compared to the 20 that the client should have had. Additionally, if you got a 50% surplus, they're getting 10. Okay, now we're talking real money. But realize you just gave up 10 grand to some carrier who doesn't really care. They just take the money. And additionally, from time to time, they'll say you only get that other 10 grand back if you renew with us, which just means I'm going to hostage your money if I'm that guy, and you're going to be less likely to leave me, even though it's a better situation for you to leave. Or there's some out there that do 65%. Okay, I can get my head around that one. But instead, you're looking at 7K surrendered or 13K back. Okay, I can get my head around that. 13K, that's big money. 10K, okay. But if you're giving up $18,000, I know my numbers are backwards here, but if you're giving up $18,000 just for the right to play with somebody, you have to ask yourself a really simple question if you're the broker. Is this carrier or TPA working for me and my clients, or are they just working for themselves and their Wall Street backers and innovators who are private equity trying to buy everything up? Frankly, the devil is in the details. And as an industry, as we've transferred away from 100%, the Wall Street types have taken and fed at the trough like the hogs that they are. You do not have to have this if you're the broker fighting for Main Street. If you're a business owner, you don't have to have it. Play around with a calculator. We have a really simple calculator that shows just how much money is being forfeited through the contractual obligations that some big players put on those plans to feed themselves at the expense of you and your people. It is a ridiculous thing, and it happens later in the sales cycle. which most people are not aware of because they say, oh, I got my renewal. What about the rest of your money? If you do not know about this as the broker, it's a big wake-up call. This is buku bucks. Now, ATA, we're a smaller shop, but we still send millions and millions of dollars back to Main Street every year through the 100% surplus mechanism. Yeah, it works. And brokers get more referrals. And clients stay for longer. And brokers can ballast against big increases in cost because they have more and more money inside of those clients' accounts. This is a beautiful way to do it. And frankly, it's a long-term way. Now, there's one old line that I'll leave you with before I really encourage you to go check out the calculator. That is this. Would you rather work hard today to work hard tomorrow? Or would you rather do a little bit more work now, knowing that 100% of something is a whole heck of a lot better than only getting 10 points? In fact, I'd say it's 10 times as good. Now, in business, if it's 10 times as good, that means your retention is not 10 times higher. It's some factor of that. But your future is worth fighting for as a broker. If you're doing the hard work to put them on level funded, don't surrender your future. Don't give away your clients' money because you have to make one or two more phone calls or fill out one or two more forms. It's working easy now and then giving yourself a headache and a heartache year after year because you have no ballasting if you do not have the surplus mechanism. Go check the calculator out. America's not dead. She's looking for a hero. And if you're listening to this and you're a broker out there fighting for Main Street, I love you. Take one more step and keep your money and your clients' money where it belongs on Main Street America. We'll see you.